You're going to love this. Trust me.
Hey, Dragon Ball junkies, welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh. Today I'm bringing you another Dragon Ball Super Card Game card reveal video for set 16, Realm of the Gods. Today we're checking out the green archetypes, Champa and Beerus. We got a lot of cards to go through, so I'm just going to burn through them. Let's get into it right now. Alright guys, I'm a little late on this one. I've been waiting to get the cards onto Dbscg so that I can start working with these archetypes and working on building these decks. I think they got a lot of tricky things to them. They're going to be kind of cheeky, and it's going to be interesting building them and seeing what we can do. We're going to do that live on Twitch later today. We're going to build a couple different versions of Beerus, a couple different versions of Champa, and we're going to test them out on Twitch. So that video will come soon, but for now, I'm not going to get real deep into how you can build these decks in this video. I'm just going to read through the cards, and we're just going to be checking out the archetype. I've read some of them. I haven't read all of them, so this is kind of like my first reactions and stuff like that. But I have read the leaders, so let's get into it. I got to go fast because we got a lot of them. The way Bandai is releasing these cards, the archetypes are mixed up, and the colors are mixed up, so it makes it a little harder to make these videos, and I don't have the time to put a whole lot of time into editing and all this stuff. I just go to the website and read the cards. So let's get into it. We got Beerus Permanent. You start the game with 4 life. What? Activate main. Switch this card to rest mode. Draw 1 card. Additionally, if you have no battle cards in play, choose up to 1 green Universe 7 card with energy cost of 2 or less in your hand and play it. So if you have something that is reduced cost in your hand down to 2, you will be able to play it. We'll have to remember that when building it. And then awaken when your life is at 3 or less. You may draw 2 cards, switch 1 of your energy to active mode, and flip this card over. So we have a stronger awakening, but it happens at 3 life. Well, we start at 4 life, so we're going to be awakening very early. And the crazy part about this is on its unawakened side, this is a 15k leader. Usually they're 10k unawakened, 20k or 15k awakened. These ones are 15 and 20k. So it gives you a little bit more power early game, so they're not just going to be able to aggro you down. They're going to have to combo cards to damage you. And then on the Awakened side, Beerus, victory at all costs, 20k. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Additionally, if you have no battle cards in play, choose up to 1 green Universe 7 card. Energy costs 2 or less in your hand to play it, so that's the same as the other one. Auto, once per turn, Spirit Boost 1. When one of your battle cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. So it looks like these decks are leaning towards hand control and board control, as is typical with green. One of the things that I'm worried about when I build these decks is if my opponent just doesn't play battle cards. If my opponent doesn't play battle cards, they don't play into your strategy, it's going to make it difficult. So I don't know. We'll talk more about that stuff when I go into building the decks. So Champa is similar. You start the game with 5 life, though. Switch this card to rest mode, draw 1 card. Additionally, if you have no battle cards in play, choose 1 green Universe 6. So Champa's Universe 6, Beerus is Universe 7. We can see that down here in their tags, and if you ever watch the show, you know that. So that's the same. Awaken when your life is at 2 or less, you may draw 3 cards with 1 of your energy, active mode, flip the card. So same awakening skill, except this one happens at 2 or less life, but you start with 5. So you start with 1 extra. You get the 15k on your unawakened side, but you can't awaken until 2. That's kind of scary. I don't know. And then we have Champa, victory at all costs. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Same thing. Get to play Universe 6, 2 or less. Auto once per turn, Spirit Boost 1. When one of your green Universe 6 battle cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, you may choose the card that attacked and switch it to active mode. I think the Beerus is better of the 2. We'll have to see. And then we have Unisons. Whis, who is a Universe 7, but Unisons do not have tags. So we have Whis and Vados, and they're both pretty much the same. Empower, green for 3, and auto limit 1. If this card has 3 or more markers when this card is played, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. +1, activate main of a field extra card. Is it in your battle area? Activate up to 1 Nameless Planet from your deck, then shuffle your deck. Our field card is very important in these decks, so these Unisons will help us get our field cards out on play. And since they are not tagged as Universe 6 or Universe 7, you could put either one of these in either deck, and they're both pretty much identical, except this one If your opponent, when this card has 3 or more markers and it's played, your opponent chooses one card in their hand and discards it. This one, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So this one's hand control, this one's board clearing. And then we have a Universe 7. So this is for the Beerus archetype, SSB, Kaioken, Son Goku, Might's Calling. 4 cost, 3 specified green, 0 cost 5k combo power. That's a 20k battle card. It's a double strike, auto limit 1 for 1 green energy. If your leader card is green and this card is in your combo area, when one of your green battle cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, play this card from your combo area. So basically you attack with a green battle card, preferably of Universe 7, to one of their battle cards. And when you KO that battle card, your leaders, they're gonna have to discard off of the leader. And you can pay 1 green energy and you can play this guy out. And then when this card attacks, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it, or your opponent chooses one card in their hand and discards it. So we see more board removal, more hand control. And then we have SSB Vegeta, Lost Kingdom's Pride, 3 cost, 2 specified green, 2 cost, 10k combo. That's interesting. 20k dual attack. If your leader card is green and you have 3 or more energy, this is also a Universe 7. At the end of a battle, which this card was used in a combo from your hand, play this card from your drop area. Similar to the Goku, but you got to pay 2 to combo this guy out, so he's a little more expensive. Auto once per turn. When this card attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, your opponent chooses one card in their hand and discards it. Some more hand control. Now we get into our Universe 6s. See, this is what I'm saying. I wish they would have shown us all the Universe 7 stuff and then all the Universe 6 stuff. And I could have separated the 2 videos, but if I wanted to separate them, I would have had to go through other cards and stuff on the video, or I would have had to make some sort of, do more editing. And I don't like editing. So anyway, this is a U6, so this is probably for Champa. Barrier, dual attack, 0 cost 5k combo auto for 2 green energy. If your leader card is green, your opponent has 2 or more energy. When this card is in your combo area, when one of your green battle cards attacks KOs an opponent's battle card, play this card from your combo area. Similar to the Goku. Auto limit 1. If this card is in rest mode, when your opponent attacks, they may choose 2 cards in their hand and discard them. If they don't, negate the attack and your opponent can't attack for the turn. That's very good. So it's like a topo flood. It's like a floodgate. If this card is in rest mode, auto limit 1 if this card is in rest mode. So I guess that's essentially once per turn. If this card is in rest mode, when your opponent attacks, then you choose 2 cards in their hand and discard them. If they don't, negate the attack and your opponent can't attack for the turn. So why would they? So I guess, yeah, that's an interesting card. We're gonna have to look into that. All right, then we got 1 cost referee. I think this is for both decks. Introducing the fighter, 0 cost 5k. Activate man. If your leader card is a green Beerus or green Champa card, and you place this card in its owner's drop area, choose one. You can activate a Nameless Planet and then shuffle your deck. Or if your opponent has no battle cards in play, your opponent reveals their hand and you choose up to 1 battle card with the energy cost of 3 or less from it and play it in your opponent's battle area. So, one thing we need to remember is if our opponent plays this card and then they pick a card out of our hand and make us play it, we can counterplay our own cards. So if we don't want any battle cards hitting the field, we can counterplay our own card, like with a God Sealing Trunks or something. If we're playing blue-green, I don't know. However you plan on doing it, you could pull that card that they just made you play back to your hand. So just a little fun thing to remember. But basically what this is doing is either letting you get your Nameless Planet, or it's making your opponent play battle cards. If they're not playing into your strategy to hand control them and board control them, because to hand control them, you're going to have to board control them. If they don't play battle cards, you're not going to be able to hand control them with these archetype cards. You'll have to use other cards like Brienne, Rosie, maybe the Brawly Unison, things like that hand control on their own. For the archetype to hand control them, they're going to have to play into it. This makes them play into it, kind of. Then we have the Nameless Planet. This card's super important. This card's very cool. And basically, I want to build the decks around this card. There's other ways you could do it. I mean, technically, I don't even know if you have to play this card in the deck. If you just want to make it, try to do it hand control aggro or something like that. But this card has a win con, and when we get new unique win cons, I like trying to win with the new win cons. At least for video's sake, for the content, boys. But Nameless Planet has Barrier. It's a field card. It's a 1 cost green. Auto once per turn. If your leader card is a Beerus or a Champa at the end of green Beerus or Champa, at the end of battle where one of your green battle cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, place that card under this card from your opponent's drop area. And then if we look down, skip down to the activate main, if there are 5 cards owned by your opponent under this card, you win the game. So basically, if they play out 5 battle cards throughout the game and you KO them and kill them with your green battle cards, then they go under this card. Once you have 5, you win the game. And you might say, well, how are we going to swing into their battle cards if they don't attack with them? Maybe they play battle cards, but they don't attack with them. We'll get into that shortly. We'll see that we have some cards in these archetypes that can attack cards in active mode. But this also has auto. If your leader card is a green Beerus or green Champa card, and you switch this card to rest mode, when your opponent attacks, choose one of your green battle cards in rest mode with the same universe special trait as your leader and switch the target of attack to that card. So it kind of makes all your cards blockers, kind of. Then we have Realm of the Gods. Champa destroys. This is an extra card, 1 cost green. Activate battle. If your leader card and all your energy is green, choose one of your cards and it gets plus 10,000 power for the battle. Then choose one. If it's your opponent's turn, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost greater than the current energy, and KO it. So some board removal. Or if it's your opponent's turn and your opponent chooses... If it's your opponent's turn, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. Then you choose one of your cards and it gets an extra +5 for the battle. Pretty good. So essentially you can... on your opponent's turn, you can give something 15k power for 1 energy and rip a card from your opponent's hand. That's pretty good. All right, and then we're back to the beginning. We got more cards. Now, some more Universe 7 stuff. SS Son Goku to Battle Universe 6. 3 cost 2 specified green, 0 cost 5k combo power, 20k double strike. This card can attack battle cards without barrier in active mode. So, like I was saying, we're going to have cards in these archetypes that can attack battle cards in active mode. So if your opponent plays battle cards at all, you're going to be able to KO them and you're going to be able to try to reach that win con. Permanent, if your opponent has no battle cards in play, this card gets plus 5,000 power and critical. So a 25k critical. Unfortunately, it's a 3 cost. It does not get its power reduced, so we can't play this off of our leader. When this card is played using a skill, draw 1 card. What skill could you play off of it? Because Beerus only plays 2 or less, right? I don't know. 2 cost SS Vegeta, so our Beerus can play this. Universe 7. During your turn, this card gets plus 10,000 power. It can attack battle cards without barrier in active mode. If your opponent has no battle cards in play, this card gains double strike. So they're going to want to kind of play some cards to make sure that the Goku and these Vegetas don't have double strike and critical, maybe, possibly. Auto for 1 green. When this card is KO'd, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 green Universe 7 card with energy cost of 3 in your hand and play it. So that's kind of cool. This, you could use your Nameless Planet to redirect an attack towards your leader at this card. When this card gets KO'd, you can play out your Goku. And then you get to draw a card. Pretty good. Then we got Piccolo to Battle Universe 6. He's a god. He's a Universe 7, even though it says Universe 6 in his name. 2 cost 2 specified green. Permanent during your turn. This card gets plus 10,000 power. You can attack battle cards without barrier in active mode. So a lot of them have that permanent. If your opponent has no battle cards in play, this gains critical. Yeah, so if they're not playing into your Nameless Planet win con by playing out battle cards, then your battle cards on field are all going to be pretty tough. You're going to have a 20k, 25k critical. You're going to have a big double strike. Another critical auto for 1 green when this card is KO'd, and you can play this off your leader. When this card is KO'd, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 green Universe 7 card with energy cost of 3 in your hand to play it. So both the Vegeta and the Piccolo get you into your Goku. Then we have Majin Buu to Battle Universe 6, similar to the Piccolo, but this is a super combo. If your leader card is green and your life is at 4 or less, so almost always with Beerus, this is active from the get-go. When this card is used in a combo, draw 1 card. That's also pretty strong too. Monaka, 1 cost, Universe 7's Ace. Look at Monaka, the boy. 1 power, a 1 power battle card, even though that's Beerus in there. Or no, this is probably actually real Monaka. This is not Beerus in a Monaka suit. This is just Monaka because it has 1 power. Auto, when this card is played, draw 1 card. Cantrip. Auto, at the end of a battle in which this card attacked a hit card in your opponent's battle area, KO that card. This card's very situational, very specific. absolutely incredible, says this person. But I mean, maybe like a side deck card if you're going against a deck that has a lot of hit cards. Side deck this boy in, take care of them hits, you know. And then we got Whis, vanilla, 3-cost vanilla, green, 30k. We've got Sibling Squabble, 1-cost extra card for green. Activate main. If your leader card is a green Beerus card, green Champa card, draw 1 card. And if your opponent has more cards in their hand than you, they choose 1 card in their hand and discard it. So 1 energy, draw 1, discard. Your opponent discards 1. That's pretty good, actually. Then we have 1-cost damage negation, extra card, counterattack, negate the attack, and you don't take damage from your opponent's non-keyword skills for the turn. So if they have like a burn deck, anything burn related, non-keyword skills, things like double strike are keyword skills. It'd be cool if it was non-keyword and like strike skills. But if they have anything that does burn damage, this will keep you protected. And that's that. Now we got a few more. Sorry guys, this video is going to go a little long. All right, we got a Vanilla Vados 30k, Universe 6. The Whis was Universe 7. Then we got, now we're getting into our Universe 6 stuff. SS Kaba, Raffle Evolution, 3-cost, 2 specified green, critical, 20k. Once per turn when this card attacks, choose up one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So this one doesn't have the ability to attack active cards, but when it attacks, you get to KO an opponent's battle card. So and that's still, the ruling on Nameless Planet is, it's going to be weird. We've got some clarification, but not enough clarification yet. And we'll talk about that when I go into my deck lists and once I build these decks and test them out. We'll talk more about the Nameless Planet and the rulings, because there's some funny stuff you can do. Like if I attack with a green battle card and then I rival a green battle card that KOs something, does that meet the qualifications for Nameless Planet? Because Nameless Planet says if your opponent's battle card is attacked and KO'd by your green battle card, you put it under, right? Well, what if I attack with a battle card and it's not going to KO something, but then I rival something that's green and it KOs it? Or maybe the secret rare ape card, if you swing with something, you combo the ape KOs something mid combo phase. Does that count as I mean, that is a green card attacking and a green card KOing, but they're 2 different cards. So I'm not sure how Bandai's going to rule that yet. We'll have to find out. But there's our Vanilla Vados. There's our Kaba. We got another Kaba, 2-cost Kaba to Battle Universe 7. This card can attack battle cards without barrier in active mode. Same permanent. Auto, once per turn, add 1 card from your life to your hand. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, then switch this card to active mode and it gets 5,000 power for the battle. Excuse me. Auto for 1 green. When this card is KO'd, choose up to 1 green Universe 6 card with energy cost of 3 in your hand and play it. So, I mean, they're giving the Universe 6 stuff Self-Awakening because Champa needs to get down to 2 life to awaken. But that's so dangerous in a leader that starts with 5 life to be Self-Awakening. Like, it's so risky. I don't know. I don't know about Champa. I'm looking more at Beerus, really. Then we have Hit to Battle Universe 7, 4-cost, 2 specified green, double strike, barrier. When this card is played, draw 1 card, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Activate main for 2 energy. If your leader card is a Champa card and you have 3 or more energy and no battle cards in play, play this card from your hand for 2. But it is not reducing his specified cost. He is still a 4-cost. Just remember that. Batamo, Winnie the Pooh to Battle Universe 7, 1-cost, 1 green. When this card is played, it's a searcher. Look up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Add a green U6 card with energy cost of 4 less, or a green unison card specified cost of 1 to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Auto for 1 green. When this card is KO'd, choose up to 1 green Universe 6 card with an energy cost of 2 in your hand and play it. So this can get you into your bigger guys when it gets KO'd. And then we have Magetta to Battle Universe 7, 2-cost, 2 specified green. Universe 6 again, permanent. During your turn, this card gets plus 10,000 power, can attack battle cards without barrier in active mode. Auto, when this card is played, draw a card. Auto for 1 green. When this card is KO'd, choose 1 green Universe 6 card, energy cost of 3 in your hand and play it. So we can get bigger guys out with this guy. That's kind of interesting. Now the Frost stuff is what I'm more excited about. I've looked at some of these. These look better. The same permanent. We get plus 5k. We can attack battle cards without barrier in active mode. Permanent, if this card is in rest mode and your opponent has no battle cards in play, your opponent's leader card can't attack leader cards. So that's good. You want to get this guy out if you're playing maybe either of these decks. We might even want to put this in Beerus because this kind of forces our opponent to play battle cards. If they want to do damage, they're going to have to get some battle cards on the field because their leader card will not be able to attack our leader card if this guy's out. They could just attack him, but if we don't attack with this, if they don't have battle cards, we're not going to attack with this. We're going to leave it standing, and they're going to have a hard time getting rid of it. And it might force them to play battle cards. They'll only be able to attack our leader with their unison. And then for 1 green energy, when this card is KO'd, choose up to 1 green Universe 6 card, energy cost of 3 from your hand, and play it similar to the other ones. And then they're showing us they're leaning towards some blue-green action, which is, you know, what a lot of people were already thinking off the rip. We're not going to get into the building stuff in this video. So Frost by any means necessary. 4 dual color blue-green, 4 cost, 1 green, 1 blue, 1 cost 10k combo power, energy exhaust, triple attack 20k, evolve for 3 energy, 1 specified green onto any Frost, so we can go onto our other Frost, and it can attack battle cards in active mode without barrier. Auto once per turn. If this card's attack hasn't been negated at the end of a battle in which this card attacked a battle card, KO that card, then choose 1 card in your opponent's hand and discard it. Plus our Nameless Planet will make them discard. Our leader will make them discard, so pretty good. We got Frost coming to blows, 3 cost, dual color for blue-green, energy exhaust, barrier, and blocker. Evolve for 2 onto a Frost. Auto, when this card is played, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. More hand control. Auto for 1 green. When this card is KO'd, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 green Universe 6 card. Energy cost of 4 in your hand and play it. So just moves us up our chain. Then we've got the Vanilla Vados again, and that is it, guys. That's it for all the U6, U7, Beerus, and Champa cards. All right, Dragon Ball junkies, let me know in the comments section what kind of spice you're thinking of throwing in these decks. How are you planning on building them? What color combinations are you going to use? I'm thinking you can even pull off maybe something tricolor with these decks. I don't know. I'm going to work on it later today at twitch.tv/DragonBallJunkie. You can go there and catch me playing live gameplay, building decks, all the good stuff. And please drop a thumbs up on this video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel. If you aren't subscribed, hit the bell. You'll know whenever I make new videos. And I will catch you guys next time. Until then, check out the video and the playlist that I got going. And I'm out, boys. Peace.